ground up in the gutter where they found us. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacations, more bucks, more race, more foreign trucks, more on the tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood. We are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
On 2, ready?
They will throw on first down with Burrow. They set up the screen for Stevenson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
A run with a second-year man. That's Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. The Steelers at 2-3 here to begin the new season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Back to Stevenson on first down. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Following the fumble recovery, Eason, and he fires one that's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all. That's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
11, mighty. 11, empty,
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. T. Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Eason off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Eason. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Well, we're pretty early in this contest, and with 1 interception already thrown, when that ball was tipped in the air, I think he had to be wondering, could this be a second one, and was already battling in his mind how to handle it. Fortunately, that ball fell incomplete, and now he gets a chance to atone for what could have been a big error.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Eason looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Eason sets to throw it. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. They'll throw on first down with Eason. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Ford. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jerome Ford, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Here we go.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Here's Eason to throw.
He gets it complete to Jackson. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
Miles Jack working free that time to take him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is a modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Yes, sir.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Bucsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
First and 10, Eason. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning. First and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Eason. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 4, it's second and a couple. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Graham. And the Steelers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here this close to their goal line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
11.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company.
That's caught by Marquez Callaway.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, going back to Patterson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is Ford. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Play action. It's Eason.
Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
On 2nd and 10,
Eason got his man. It's Thornton.
and he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Patterson.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range.
Here we go.
The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is up to 14. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be...
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
And that might be exactly where they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
11, 12, 12.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down at 4. Burrow. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I guarantee you, it's not very good.
Yeah, he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They run with Ford. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Here's A.J. Cole now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a two-score game. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
On first down, Jacob Eason. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing is Eason. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time 1st down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Again, they turn to Ford. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tyquan Thornton. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And they'll run again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Cole McDonald.
A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
And the Buccaneers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 30 on 2nd down. Burrow. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense. He made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special.
Eason in trouble, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
He sets to fire deep. And this is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Tyquan Thornton.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
On 1, ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
11 MT, paint. 11 MT, paint. Gotta go.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Tucker now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.